Yeah.
Okay, I'm on the webinar. Can you hear me loud and clear? All right, I've gone live. We've hit live broadcast. Okay, cool. So I just want to check in the chat. Can everybody hear me? Are you in the room yet? Mm-hmm. So, can you all hear me? Let's just do a very quick test. Okay, cool, but okay, we have sound. Great stuff. So Peter, yes. Debbie, yes. Wesley, yes. Anyone else can hear me? Anyone else got any issues? What we need to do then is, if this is not coming through loud and clear, guys, just type in the chat and Wesley will make sure, Wesley is my business partner, and he'll actually make sure that you get any information that you require. Okay, brilliant. So we've got some sound. Okay, fantastic. So we're going to get going in the next 1 minute. I'm just going to set this up. I'm going to share my screen. I'll put this on so you can all see me and see what I look like, and I'm a real person and all the rest. So we're going to turn this off just now, and I'm going to put on the presentation, and we're going to get going. All right. So here we go. You're ready. All right, so hello and welcome to the webinar called How to Charge More and Work Less. And I'm so excited to be presenting this to you guys today, because this is one of my favorite webinars to present. I have done this all over the world. I've done this in the States. I've done this in the UK, Netherlands, Switzerland, Australia. And every single time we do this, people get such huge value. So I'm really, really excited to bring this to you today. So with that, let's get going. Now, the odds are, I mean, here's the truth, right? The odds are that almost 100 to 1 that you're going online without having your strategy clearly defined and with no way of actually tracking what's working, right? You see, most people don't have a surefire way to generate high quality, ready to buy leads. Why is that? Well, you don't have the right system, so your business relies too much on you. You don't have high quality lead magnet that attracts your ideal client and speaks their language so that they actually take action. Your ideal target market is not clearly defined in bullet point form, so your marketing message is not specific to them. Your prices and services are not productized so that your clients can make quick and easy decisions. And you've got a very basic or a weak strategy to bring in highly qualified leads. But you see, that's not the end of the problem. It actually gets worse, right? Here's the real problem that you're facing. That your business hits a glass ceiling because you don't have a system in place to scale and grow without you. And in this day and age, it needs to be online and it needs to be international. Your lead magnets are not effective and bringing you mediocre results. So you're not attracting enough of your ideal clients. And worst of all, the people who do come to you don't make decisions quickly because your pricing model has too many options or it needs to be customized every single time, right? How many of you have thought that you're sick of tired of being everything to everybody, sick and tired of creating custom quotes? Has that ever happened to you, right? If that has, wouldn't you like to change that? You see, because there's actually a solution for you. My name is Matt Clark, and by now you're probably asking, well, who am I and how can I actually make these claims? Well, this is me here on the right-hand side, and I'm 30 years old, so I'm young and I'm energetic, and I love life. I fly airplanes, I ride motorbikes, I love to travel. I travel as much as possible. I love meeting new people. At 23 years old, I started a telecoms company with 2 partners. And I was a part of the business for 4 years. And in that 4 years, we did almost 200 million advertising, literally going door to door and signing people up. Now, just picture this for a second, is that you going into a business that you've never met before, you've never spoken to them, they don't know who you are. You're walking in completely cold, and an hour and a half later, you're walking out with the deals not only signed, but you've got all their FICA documents. So ID, letterhead, cancel, check. There's a very specific reason for why we created this program called the Automated Income System. And what happened was that about 2 years ago, well, you know the story with my telecoms company, and it was a very manual process, right? So I sold my shares in that business, and I was looking for other options and other alternatives, and I came across some software. And for holiday, doesn't get pregnant, doesn't ever leave the business. It works for me all the time. Now, how we created the Automated Income System and why I'm so passionate about this is 2 years ago, I got really sick. I had an issue with my stomach, and I dropped from 82 kilograms down to 59 kilograms in a space of 2 months. It got to a point where I literally couldn't even get out of bed because I just physically didn't have the energy. I landed up in hospital a couple of times. It was, it was touch and go a few times. But what that taught me is that priorities shifted. It taught me that things needed to change. It taught me what was really important in life. And what I wanted to figure out is how could I create something that would allow me to not worry about money, not worry about having to constantly chase new clients, but also allow me the freedom and the time to get better, number one, to build the relationships with people, number two, and to travel the world and do the things that I really love. Because isn't that why we're alive? Not to work our asses off and just continue to work, but to actually enjoy this life that we've got. So this is a picture of me in Sydney, Australia, because even getting sick couldn't stop me from traveling. I think I weighed about 60 kilograms here. You can see I'm super, super skinny. This is in November last year. And this is a picture of me from about 2 weeks ago where I've put on some weight, I've filled out, I've created this automated income system. I can actually wear my clothes again and they actually fit me. So this is with Jenna Clifford about two weeks ago. And the mindset shift is incredible. The shift in business is incredible. The shift in, actually getting done what I really wanted to do and being able to travel and being able to live the life I want and connect with these amazing people. And if there's a conference that pops up in the USA that I want to go to, guess what I do? Book the ticket, jump on the plane, go there, not have to worry about actually, being there every single second because the business is going to fall apart if I'm not there. So, this has been a year of transformation. It's been huge. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you the exact formula that we used to increase our prices 3 times last year and have more customers buy and have more time to get better and then to travel. So our business has been growing 300% year on year, and I want to share that with you so that you can experience something like that too. Now, if you're not making the money you want or you don't have enough time, then the chances are you're just not charging enough. You came to this webinar for a very specific reason. I mean, it's called How to Charge More, Work Less, and Feel Great About It. So that's what we're going to get into, right? Now, you may think, what if people don't buy from me because I'm too expensive? What if I chase people away because of my prices? I won't be able to sell to everyone now, though. You know what I say about that? Good. Because here's the thing. The more you repel the people you don't want, the more you attract the ones that you do want. Okay? Now, how many of you would only like to deal with your ideal target market after they've been fully qualified? Does that excite you? Good. Absolutely. Obviously it does, right? So let's dive into this. Okay, so lesson one is mindset. So I was at a conference the other day and someone said to me, something that really stood out was that he said, there's two things that I need to be successful in life, all right? In life, in business, and anything. I need mindset and I need marketing, all right? And guess what we're talking about today? We're talking about mindset, we're talking about marketing. Now, mindset is what helped me get through those tough times of when I was really sick. Mindset is what got me to start creating the system with my business partner while I was lying in the hospital bed. Mindset is what got me back on top and is driving me forward every single day. And then the next is marketing. So how do you combine those two to really drive your business forward? Now, most people think that their self-worth equals the money in their bank account. Their self-worth equals whatever number they're putting on their job card. Their self-worth equals whatever numbers on the invoice that they're sending out to their customers right now. Well, let me just tell you something right now. You are charging for your years of experience and not for the job at hand. Okay? What does this mean? Okay? How many of you have been to school, right? You qualified, you passed school, and then how many of you went for further education? And I'm not talking about college. I'm talking about going to conferences, taking extra education that you physically paid for. How much money have you spent on that, right? How much time and effort have you put into your job, into your work, into your business? How much time and effort have you put into gaining that experience? And then you're not charging enough for it. Does that make sense? Okay. Later on, I'm going to show you how you can actually determine the value of your time, because if you don't know how to do that, or if you haven't done that before, this is going to be absolutely pivotal for getting you into the right mindset. So we're going to cover that in a moment, because here are some realities for you. If you identify your target market correctly and you create the right message for them, they will pay you what you want and they will love you for it. If you are too cheap, you won't get the high-paying clients because they don't see the value in what you're doing. You will be able to get the results that they want because they've got the money, they've got the mindset, the team, the resources to accomplish their goals, and you can show them how to get there, right? And this doesn't matter whether you're selling a product or a service. It really doesn't matter. We're going to get into how to actually break that down and create that a little bit later. You see, if you're getting paid your worth, you can spend more time with those high-paying clients and actually give them a better service. Now, the company that I told you about was a telecoms company, and I had a Samsung dealership, and we were selling copiers, PABX copiers, CCTV. PABX are switchboard systems. And the interesting thing was that our prices, okay, now in the Samsung dealership, there's over 100 dealers, and they're all selling Samsung products. So there's no differentiation in the actual product itself. You're selling the same PABX. You're getting it from the same place. It does the same thing. But our prices were double what everyone else was selling that for. Now, why? Why is that? Okay. The interesting thing was not only were they double, but we were selling 5 to 10 times more than what most of the other dealers out there were selling with higher prices. Now, how could we do that? And why did we do that? Well, what we used to do is that every single month, every second week, I had this massive map on my wall at my office, and we would choose all the outlying towns. Okay. We didn't actually often work inside Joburg. In Cape Town, we had offices, but we'd go to the outlying towns and go and talk to the people where we knew there was going to be the most opportunity, where people don't go and actually give them as much time or effort or focus because they're a bit far out. So we used to go there. We used to talk to these people. We used to give them an amazing service. We used to charge them a lot more, but you know what the best part about it was? They loved it because we used to provide such an amazing service. If they had an issue, they needed a call out, they needed a salesperson to come and see them, they needed clarity on anything, they needed help right now, we could send somebody out without ever having to worry, what is the overhead cost for this? What is the expense for this? We never had to look at that because we'd already worked that into the pricing. Okay? So when you do that, and when you provide a better service, people want the best. They don't want the cheapest, right? Position yourself as the best. If you position yourself as in price like everyone else, you're going to be stuck playing the price game. We positioned ourselves as the best, okay? So you need to make it all about them, right? All about your clients. Focus on what is going to drive them, what will make them move, what do they want? Right? When you start focusing on them, price starts becoming irrelevant. Okay? When you help them achieve their goals, price starts becoming irrelevant. Right? When you are able to give them the most amazing service, price starts becoming irrelevant. So make it all about them, because this mindset, when you change it from you, stop focusing on you, start focusing on them, that's when the magic really starts happening. Okay? So you need to also make decisions on ideas, because how successful you are is directly related to the number of new ideas that you implement daily. Okay? Now, how do you make some of these decisions? Because, well, sometimes they're just scary. Well, I can tell you, I learned a way of making decisions, and it's made me make some scary decisions, but it's also made me make some pretty amazing decisions that have changed the way we do business, changed the way that I think about things, changed the way that we actually, changed the way that we actually interact with people, all right? And how we help people. So here's how you do that. You ask yourself, what's the best that can happen? What's the best possible scenario? What can happen? What is most likely to happen? And then you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, decide. Okay? Make that decision, because here's the thing. The decision you make on your gut is the best one. If you stop to think about it, what's going to happen is you start thinking about the negative things, because that's what we focus on. If you need to think about something and you want to go Google something, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to go and review the negative reviews. Now, a lot of the time, negative reviews, it depends obviously what service or industry you're in, but if you're only focusing on the negative, how are you going to drive that forward? Because a lot of people who actually get positive results, they don't always post that. Okay? So let's look for the positive. Let's go make a decision based on your gut feel. And you know what? Sometimes you might be wrong, but that's okay. Ask yourself, what's the best that can happen, the worst that can happen, the most likely to happen? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make that decision. Lesson number 2 is on selling. Right, so now you base your prices on ROI, okay? Because if you can help someone get 500,000 Rand, would it be worth them paying you 50,000 Rand? If someone said to you that they can help you generate 500,000 Rand, would you pay 50,000 Rand? I would do that all day long. Why? Because there's such a massive return on investment there for me. It just makes business sense, okay? So what you need to do is show them how to achieve something. So insert whatever your solution to the problem is, okay? So whatever the widget is, whatever you're selling, products or services. So show them how to increase sales, how to boost productivity so they can get 10% more work done, how to save them money. I see I've made some lovely typing mistakes here. I guess that's what happens. Show them how to save them more money. Show them how to create more time. And here's the thing about time. Time is the most valuable asset that every single person has, especially business owners. I mean, we've all got 24 hours in the day, but how do we maximize that 24 hours? Okay. So you also need to put a value to that time, and I'm going to show you how to do it coming up very shortly. If you haven't worked out your hourly rate, we're going to show you how to do that, right? And you can use the exact same thing for your clients to show them how to work that out too. Then what you do is you ask them how much they will pay you, right? Here is a simple question that I've asked time and time and time again to close deals. If I can help you increase your sales or boost productivity so you can get more work done, show you how to make 500,000 Rand, what would that be worth to your business? Here's the best part about this. The people will tell you exactly what they're willing to pay. We used to do that with the PABXs all the time. If I can show you how to stop losing so many calls, if I can show you how to save X amount in your business, what would that be worth to you? And people would give me a price. And that's okay. Well, it's your lucky day. It's only going to cost you X, Y, Z, or actually, you're a bit undershot. This is the price. Okay. People will tell you what they're willing to pay. Now, if you want to increase sales, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can increase the number of leads. You can increase the number of conversions. So how many people do you actually convert? You can increase the number of transactions. So you get people to buy more and more often. Now, this is where you need to move over to innovation phase, because you need to have things that you can get people to buy all the time. You need to increase the size of you can increase the size of your transactions. So these are your upsells. Have a good, better, best. 3 different options that people can choose from. If you're selling fixed products with a fixed price, what else can you bundle around that product to increase the size of the transaction? Right? If you're selling a physical product, can you sell training with that product? Can you bundle in a couple of other different things? There was a wonderful story that I read about a business going out of sale, a business closing down. I can't remember who it was about. There was a business that was closing down, and what they had to do was they had to, I know exactly where I read it. There was a business closing down, and it was a furniture business, and they had a closing down sale. So they have all the stock there that they needed to get rid of in the last 30 days. And their goals, their predictions by one of the consultants was that they were going to make a loss. They had if I remember correctly, about 5 million rands worth of stock, and they were going to make about 250,000 rand off of that. Okay. And it was all in dollars. So I'm roughly converting it. What happened was that they started to get clever around the strategy of how they're going to get rid of this stuff. And instead of just selling it for discounted prices, they started bundling it with other products. Okay. They started creating like a couch they would sell with a lamp and a TV unit. Okay. They would bundle things together, and instead of reducing the prices, actually increasing the prices and selling bundles that people couldn't get anywhere else. The net result of that was that instead of only making 250,000 rand, not only did they make the 5 million worth of stock, but they made a further 5 million in profit because of that. So it's just getting creative around it. They could have gone out of business and not made any money. So if you increase the size of the transactions, have an upsell, bundle, create a good, better, best, I guarantee you right now, your top level package or service that you're offering right now is not enough. You can double that and it still won't be enough. We tripled our prices last year. We 3 times our prices last year and had more people buy. Okay. It's exciting stuff. Then you can increase your profit margin. So increase profit margin, lower expenses. You can reduce your marketing costs, and you can start getting creative around how do you market, right? A CRM is a really good way to do that. An email marketing program, an automated marketing system will help you do that. And you can get 33% more leads, 33% less cost, 33% more leads for 55% less cost. You want to have at least a 3-to-1 return on your marketing. And then you can increase referrals, or what I heard the other day, which was amazing, client introductions, where they actually introduce you to their ideal client. So those are a couple of ways in which you can increase sales. But if you don't have a system around it to actually walk people through step by step, it's going to be really difficult to get these numbers closing. So the next thing, and this is the exciting thing, is how do you determine your worth? And I'm actually going to show you a formula. I don't know if anybody's shown this to you before. This is something that I learned from one of my mentors a couple of years ago. So here's the formula. You take your money goal, divide it by the number of months, divided by the available time to deliver, equals your hourly rate. So what is that? Your money goal is your yearly goal. Now, write this down, okay, as we're going through this, and actually put some numbers into this while we're going through, because I want to see what are your numbers. Okay. Now, your money goal is your yearly, the amount of money you want to make in a year. Okay. Divide that by the number of months that you want to work, right? Do you want to work 12 months of the year? I for sure don't want to do that. Okay. I want to work for 9 months in a year. I want to work for 8 months in a year. I want to travel for 4 months, divided by the amount of time you have available to deliver. Now, this is very specific. This is not the amount of time that you have. This is to deliver, because remember, you don't get paid for sales and marketing. You don't get paid for going for coffee. You don't get paid for going for lunch. You don't get paid to do all of that stuff. You get paid to deliver on your product or service, okay? And that's going to give you your hourly rate. Now, let me give you an example. So your money goal, and I want you to do this because I want to ask you what some of your goals are. And Wes, if you can just message me and let me know what people are saying in terms of how much their goals are, because obviously I'm sharing the screen here. So if your money goal is 5 million Rand, right? And you want to work 10 months in a year, you have 40 hours to deliver each month, okay? So, which means that you take 5 million divided by 10 divided by 40 is 12,500 Rand per hour to reach your money goal in that time available, right? Now, let's think about this. If you're selling a product or if you're selling a service or if you've got a speaking engagement, you need to make 12,500 Rand per hour. So type in the chat box, what are your numbers? Okay. As you're doing that, I just want you to think about something. Have you ever noticed that these big international speakers, that they charge, $50,000 to an appearance? The presidents charge $250,000. How do you think they get to those numbers? Right? They don't just thumb suck them. They know that if they have to leave their business or if they have to spend an hour in their business, that is the revenue that they would generate. Okay, so they go in very specifically. They could probably even tell you down to the minute, right, how much they would charge. So put in your numbers. What is your hourly rate? What did that turn out to be? See how there's some numbers coming through? So I'm going to move on, and as the numbers come through, I'll just read them out, okay? So I just want you to ask this question. Have you been undercharging, all right? What is your hourly rate? Do you feel like you are really reaching up to that? Do you feel like maybe you need to increase your pricing a little bit, right? It's a bit scary. So there's a couple of ways in which you can do this, all right? There is the difficult way, all right? So if your money goal is 5 million Rand and you've got products that are worth 5,000 Rand, you need to sell 1,000 units in order to get to that 5 million, all right? Then there's the smart way, okay? Because 1,000 products, 1,000 sales is still a lot of sales. Now, if your business model, before we get to that, if your business model is based around doing numbers, then that's okay. Then the numbers is fine. Then you need to sell more and you have a different strategy around that. If you're selling higher end products, right? Your money goal is 5 million. You have 3 different tiers of pricing: good, better, best. Now you can take a look at some of the numbers. 75,000 Rand will give you 30 units, 150,000 Rand, 12 units, 300,000 Rand, 4 units. So the total amount you need to sell in a year is 46 units to make 5 million. It changes the game, doesn't it? So which would you rather do? Which seems more reachable? Selling 1,000 units or selling 46 units? Okay, it's just getting clever around how you position your products and services. Right, so the next lesson is, who do you want to work with? Okay, this is the most important factor responsible for growth. Because your target market needs to be clear. It needs to be specific, and it's okay to have more than one target market. But be exact and have bullet points written down so you'll know exactly who they are. So I'm going to give you an example here, right? So we've got a couple of different target markets. We've got our higher end clients, and then we've got our guys who are looking to get there. We want to help people grow their business to the stage where they're making more than 10 million per year, and then further on. So at the basic entry level, our higher end clients, the company is making more than 10 million per revenue in revenue per year. They've got more than 2 staff members. They're actively marketing or advertising or want to and has the budget to of at least 15,000 per month. They have a database of at least 5,000, or they're generating 5,000 visits to their website per month. They've got multiple pricing tiers and high ticket items that they can sell. So it doesn't matter if it's products or services, but they're not selling one item for 50 Rand. They've maybe got a 50 Rand, a 5,000 Rand, a 10,000 Rand, a 50,000 Rand, 100,000 Rand. So they've got different tiers of pricing. And the reason I say that is because it's a lot easier to get a return on investment and get results and see money if there are multiple tiers, right? They're already doing well and want to take their business to new heights. They know they need to have systems in place to grow and automate their processes. They're wanting to use technology to help them grow and scale and probably reach an international audience. They have some digital marketing experience on CRM, websites, emails, social media. So they've already got that forward momentum and they're looking to take it to the next level. And they want to work closely with a professional to help them get the results that they're looking for. Now, here's a difficult question, all right? And this is how you can determine who your ideal target market is. Ask yourself the question, if I had to give a 200% guarantee on my work, right? So what that means is that if somebody asked for their money back, I would have to give twice what they paid. What would they need to have in place in order for me to guarantee their success? Okay. So I know if people have these things in place, I know we're going to get results. Right? And that's for this particular target market. I'm going to show you the next one as well, so you can get an idea. We know that we get results every single time. Okay. So what you want to be looking at when you do this is you want to look at demographics. So, how much money are they making? How many staff members? What are they doing? Are they advertising? Yes or no? How big is their database? Where are they? Are they what gender? What color? What age? Who are they? Right? Then you want to look at those called demographics. Then you want to look at their psychographics. Okay, as what are they like? What are their preferences? We start asking questions. They're already doing well. They want to take their business to new heights. They will do what it takes to get the results. Right? They are wanting to use technology. They want to work closely with a professional. They're coachable. They're teachable, and they're excited about actually getting this, achieving their goals. Right? Those are psychographics. So here's an example of the guys who are looking to get there, and we've got different packages for different people depending on where they are in their business and what they want to achieve. So the company is making at least 700,000 in revenue per year. They've got a marketing budget of at least 3,000 per month. They've been operating for at least a year. They've got a database of at least 200 or generating that kind of traffic to their website. They want to use technology to grow and scale. They've got some digital marketing experience in CRM, websites, email, social media, and they want to learn how to do the work and implement the systems with some guidance. So two very different target markets, two very different messages. And we're going to take a look just now at what it looks like for these different messages. So lesson number 5 is that you want to speak their language. Now, this is really one of the more difficult, but also one of the more fun side of things. Because if you get this right, people will come to you and ask to do business with you, not the other way around. Okay? How many of you have got disconnected marketing? How many of you put marketing messages out there and people don't buy? They wonder why, and then you wonder why they're not buying. You find it incredibly difficult to sell because you're changing your message every single time. Because you're not 100% sure on what it is to say, what it is to put out there. How many of you go through that? Is it a challenge for you? Is it a pain point? Right? If that is a pain point, you need to understand your customer better. You need to go through this process. Write it down in bullet point form. Okay? We've got some people responding to how much their time is worth. So some people are saying 1,250 Rand. Okay? And, I would challenge you as well. Thanks, Kevin, for responding. I would challenge you as well to now relook at your pricing. Maybe set bigger goals. It'd be interesting to take a look at what your numbers are, because in that, I can guarantee you right now, you need to charge more. Isn't that why you're on the webinar? And I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So now that you've taken a look at that, now you can start moving forward. Now you can start creating your products and services around that. So let's take a look at the different target markets. Now, I want to give you 2 examples. Take a look at this guy here. All right. He is probably a young executive. Obviously he's a male model in here, but if we take a look at the persona of this guy, he's a young executive. Okay. And let's say we're selling shirts. All right. So that shirt that he's wearing, that's probably custom made. Okay. And I say that because I like custom made stuff, and I can see that the stitching is different. The collar design is different. The layouts on the front is different. The buttons are black, white stitching. It's beautiful. Okay. what is the message that we're going to get out to this guy? It's going to be a message of, look the part, look like you own the company, or a slightly different one, be stylish. Do you want to attract more women? Do you want to get more credibility? What are you looking to achieve? What is the image that you want to put out there? Okay. Whereas if we're selling the shirt to this gentleman, what is the message we're going to be putting out there? Style, comfort, right? Relaxation, breathes easy, right? Fits comfortably. It's a very different message. So it's the same thing. It's a shirt, right? But a shirt to one target market who's a 30 something exec, to a shirt to an older man who's probably over 60, right? Two very different messages, two very different target markets. Now, if you had to put out a generic message there, comfortable shirts, right? It may or may not speak to them. The chances are a lot less of you actually capturing their attention than, talking to an exec. If you had to say something along the lines of, are you looking for that new role? Are you looking to step up into a new role, into your business? Are you looking to create that image that shows that you own the company instead of work in it? Are you looking to stand out amongst your friends and be the envy of the people around you? Do you want to catch the eye of the gorgeous lady at the bar? Well, then a styled, custom-made shirt is what you're looking for. Stand out from the rest. That little edge is what creates that extra spark. And every person knows that it's the little things that count. Boom. Something along those lines. I mean, I'm completely shooting from the hip here, but you get the idea, right? For the older gentleman, if we had to say that to him, he wouldn't care. It just wouldn't make any sense. He's not looking for that. He's not looking to climb the ranks. He's not looking to stand out from his friends. He's not looking to attract the woman of his dreams. He's looking for style, for comfort. He wants to look good, but feel relaxed. Very different message. So do you see how that changes? When I talk to people all the time, they tell me, and I ask them, who's your ideal target market? Oh, anyone that wants to buy my product. Well, if your product is shirts, can you see how you'll have two very different messages? And if you make that message specific to your target market, what results will be a lot better? That's what we want to go for. Now you need to craft your offer to suit their needs. So if we take a look at those examples I gave you of high-end clients and looking to get their clients, the high-end clients will require probably more one-on-one time. They might even have some tailor-made solutions. They may get as much support as they need and when they need it. And you might be inviting them to exclusive events. It all depends on what you want to offer them, right? For the guys who are getting there, you want to have group calls. You want to have training manuals, workshops, webinars, or pre-recorded training. So the way that we look at it is that there's three different levels. The first level is that they get none of your time. So everything's online, everything's automated, okay? And this goes for products as well as services. So products, full online store, you don't get to talk to anybody. Some of your time, group sessions. Maybe, if you're doing training or coaching or offering any services like that, if you're selling products, maybe it's a chat function on your website. So they get some of your time. Then the next thing is they get more of your time. Not all of your time, more of your time. So maybe they get some one-on-one time. If you're selling a product, maybe they get a visit to the showroom. Maybe you take them on an exclusive event. Maybe you take them away for your most valued clients. And that can be for products or services. So what does that look like for you? And you need to have the different tiers and you need to craft your offer to suit their needs. Okay? Do you see how maybe you can shift some of what you're doing to get results immediately? So lesson 6 is credibility, right? Now we've gone through a lot of the hard stuff. We've taken a look at how much you're going to charge. We've got your mindset right. We've shown you how to sell, how to choose your ideal target market. We've shown you all of this. Now, what is the next step? Well, you need to be credible, right? You need to make your brand look professional and make it look expensive. Because what is the best form of credibility, right? The best form of credibility is to have a book. Now, I'm not talking go out there and write a 500-page novel. I'm not even talking go out and write a 100-page book. I'm saying a book which we call a power book, which is 10 to 20 pages. Okay, a 10 to 20 page power book that essentially is your sales process, right? Have you ever asked yourself, have you ever said to yourself that I wish I could clone myself? I think everyone has said this, right? I wish I could have more of me. No one can sell like I can. No one knows the business like I do. A book gives you the perfect opportunity to take that information out of your head, put it into one place that you can use to give to absolutely anyone and everyone. Think about it like this. You have a new prospect, a new client that you want to, a new person that you want to bring on board. You give them your book. First of all, it's a wow because you have a book. Second thing is that your book, you should be able to be read in 20 to 30 minutes, which means that you can schedule your follow-up call for later that day. It changes the entire game. Let me give an example of what this actually looks like. Now, some of you saw this book because you downloaded it, right? When you do a book, not only are you just doing a book, but you are writing it for your ideal target market. Your tagline, your headline, your title and your subtitle is crafted specifically for your ideal target market. The image on the book is designed specifically for your ideal target market, right? If you take a look at this book, The Automated Income System, How to Charge More, Work Less, and Feel Great About It. This is talking to people who know that they want to make more money. They're working their asses off and they're feeling a bit crappy, but they've already got forward momentum. They've already got some gains in their business and they want to take it to the next level. Now, if you look at the cover, what is the image on the cover, right? It's black. First of all, the writing is purple and black, which signifies wealth. It signifies prestige, signifies royalty. Then the writing is white and gold, right? Money, gold. Then the background image, the actual image on the book, is a guy in a suit, not just any suit, probably a custom-made suit. He's got cufflinks, he's got a beautiful tie, he's got a pocket kerchief, and he's even got a tie clip with a custom jacket because you can see the white strip at the top there. Now, is this for a startup business? No. Would this attract a startup business? Probably not, right? Because they're already working hard. They're already, thinking that they're charging. This is for guys who want to break through that glass ceiling, who've got forward momentum. Does that make sense? Now, let me show you this book, which is called The Automation Playbook, How to Replace Staff 50 Times Your Sales and Automate Your Growth Online. Now, if you take a look at the cover, there is a guy sitting in a relaxed shirt, sitting enjoying his life, knowing that things are taken care of. He's not corporate. He may or may not be a business owner. He could be either, right? But he's relaxed. The title speaks directly to this kind of person, to the person who is on this journey, who's starting at the journey, who's in the beginning to starting phases of the journey, right? Where they want to grow their business rapidly. They don't want to deal with all the staff. They want to not even hire staff, but they want to hire a system to do it, and they want to grow their business online. This book is designed specifically for that. Can you see that having that alignment is so important? Okay, and having your brand speak to your pricing is absolutely critical. Okay, so here's the thing. You need to have your brand aligned to your prices, because if you look cheap, then your brand won't be aligned to your prices and services. You need to walk your talk, right? If you want to charge more, you need to look like you charge more. You need to look expensive. You need to look professional. You need to look that part. You need to walk your talk, okay? And a book is incredible for that. But the next thing is that you need to have a good brand. You need to have a good brochure, right? So a brochure helps you walk people across the line, okay? A brochure helps you to sell, okay? A brochure helps you to duplicate your conversation. Now, also very specific. So, and you see the alignment is there. It looks professional. It looks properly. It looks expensive. Okay. So the automated income system, and pay attention to the copy here because this is incredibly important. The automated income system, more time, more freedom, helping you grow your business. Is that not what we want? Right? An automated income system. Same thing. Look at the picture. The guy looks relaxed. He's doing some work. He can work from anywhere. He looks happy. He looks relaxed. Okay. Now pay attention to the copy because the brochure is structured in a very specific way. This growth program is exclusively, so the first thing that we do is we call out our ideal target market. So we repel the ones we don't want, we attract the ones we do want. This growth program is exclusively for business owners who are success-orientated, highly motivated, and determined to do whatever it takes to see the results they desire in their personal life and business. They have a team of people who are open to hiring a team. They already have forward momentum in their business and are actively advertising. Because this is not a get-rich-quick scheme or program, and anyone with that kind of mindset is not who we want to work with. Because success requires hard work and an extreme level of dedication. Do you see how that filters out the people? Now we want to connect with them. We want to show them that we understand their problems. We understand your goals to be that you want to streamline your operations, decrease staff turnover or replace staff, and boost productivity and sales. To have a hyper-targeted marketing system so that you attract and are only spending time with your ideal target clients after they've been highly qualified, no matter where they are in the world. To create an automated, scalable system so that you can grow your business without everything having to rely on you. To increase your customer lifetime value and have more sales opportunities with upsells, cross-sells, and downsells. We spoke about that earlier. To create an automated follow-up system that maximizes sales conversions from new leads as well as existing customers. And to implement systems so you can have more freedom in your business and be able to run it from anywhere in the world. And to become a referral magnet. Did that resonate with any of you? Good. Okay. So then you'll notice this brochure is only 4 pages long. We don't need a whole long-winded thing, and that people don't care about your backstory. They don't read that. They don't care about that. Okay. Page 3 is your process. So how do people engage with you? What does that actually look like? Now, one of our programs is a 12-week program. We've got multiple versions of this. We've got a 12-week program, a 6-week program, an online program. And here's how it breaks down into the different weeks. Okay. Now, I'm actually going to show you what is the outcomes of the automated income system. So what do you actually get? All right. So the way that this works and the way that the structure works is that you get a 10 to 20 page professional book for a lead magnet that can be printed, right? We do that with you. We show you how to do that, and we show you how to build the structure. The best part is that we get it done in such a fast time. You want to get it done within 2 hours. Okay. It should be done within 90 minutes. I've had a bit of practice at this, so I can write a book in 90 minutes. But within 2 hours, it should be done, because here's the thing. You're already doing the stuff anyway. You're literally taking your sales process and documenting it, right? And explaining the problems and dealing with the problems. You have your packages, services, and price model clearly defined to allow for easy decisions from clients. Your professional brochure to be used to sell your product and services, exactly like this one I've just shown you. And you get clarity around that, around your pricing. Your marketing landing pages set up with copy written for opt-in and next steps. So you can capture leads, put them into a database, start communicating with them, segment the people. So if you're talking to the 30-year-old exec or the 60-plus-year-old, the 60-plus-year-old man. One's looking for style, one's looking for comfort. Okay. Then you have your qualification questionnaire and sequence so that you only speak to highly qualified prospects, or you automate that process and run sales all online. Your automated follow-up and nurture email campaign to drive customers to purchase. Your ideal clients and value proposition clearly defined so that your clients can make quick decisions. Your ideal clients and value proposition, I think I just said that. Your marketing strategy to align your business with your ideal clients, because it's no good now you do all this work and then, how the hell do you get people to get there? Well, we show you how to do that. We actually work your marketing strategy with you so that you can go live. We help you with your sales scripts and examples so that you can tailor to your business to close more sales. Now, if you've got a team of salespeople, how much would that help you if you had a script to give to these guys so you know exactly what they scale when you have these things in place? We also show you costly mistakes to avoid. The biggest marketing money wasters and how to avoid those. Now, they say the best way that we learn is from making mistakes. Now, I've made a lot of these mistakes, so you don't need to go and do these mistakes again. I can show you how to just skip straight past them. There's plenty of other mistakes that you can make. All right. And then we're going to show you how to use reporting and analytics to actually drive more sales. Because when you work on the numbers in your business, it starts becoming a guessing game. You can actually see what's happening in each stage and make decisions based on numbers instead of guessing. That's the exciting part. This is what is in the automated income system. Now, there are various versions of that. So depending on where you are will depend on where you fit in, right? So here's the bottom line. You really can have a 4-hour work week if you set it up correctly. You really can make more money and work less, or do more of the work that you really enjoy, or travel, right? You can have the business life that is so attractive. You know, I got my passport 2 years ago, my new passport, and I'm halfway through it. I love traveling, and I get to do it all the time. Now, you can grow this as big as you like, and you can use the exact same model to hire people if that's what you want. If your dream is to grow a company of 30, 100, 200, 300 people, great. This will help you get there fast. If you don't want to do that and you want to just employ a system to do all the work for you and have maybe one person or two people managing it, great, you can do that too. It doesn't matter where you are in your business. Getting this right will make the biggest change and the biggest shift in your life. Because here's the thing. John F. Kennedy said it, and this struck me the other day. I was actually in gym when this popped up, and I thought, I've got to get home and write this down. Things do not happen. Things are made to happen, right? So if you want your business to go forward, if you want to move your life forward, you need to go and do that, right? You need to make it happen, right? I've taken up coaches for all different aspects of my life, health coaches, right? So that I could get back into shape, you know, so that I could grow. I mean, I was at 59 at one stage. I'm just over 70 now, which is amazing. I'm feeling amazing. My energy is up. I'm looking good. I'm looking like I'm working out. I'm looking healthy again, actually. I've got business coaches in different areas because having a coach helps you get to that next level, right? You want somebody to help you out from an outside perspective, you know, because they're not stuck in the business. But it's not going to happen magically by itself. You need to go and make it happen, right? Make that decision, right? You know, what is the worst possible scenario? What is the best possible scenario? What's most likely to happen? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, decide. Okay? So where to from here? Now, you will know from being on this webinar if you want to do this or not. You'll know if you want to have this conversation. You'll know if this is going to be something that really excites you and is going to help you take your business to the next level. I'm not here to do any hard pitches, any hard sales or anything like that, right? We've got a number of different programs to help you, right? I've walked you through some of the things that we covered today. And then this is just the tip of the iceberg, right? When we start going into this, it's going to literally transform your business, okay? And we've seen it time and time again. So we've got a number of different programs to help you. So what you can do is you can book a call with me to go over some of the options. All right, and Wesley will put in the link now so that you guys can book a time in my calendar. I've set some time aside to do that. I'm not charging you for this. I'm not going to force you to buy anything. We're going to have a discussion, right? And if it's the right fit, if there's a good fit for you, if there's a good fit for me, then we can talk about what's the next steps. If there's no fit, that's okay. I'm not going to try and sell you something if there's no fit. We want results because that's what excites me. That's what drives the business forward. That is where we go, right? So let me show you what some people are saying, you know, what people are actually getting out of this. These are some direct testimonials that I've got from people and comments that they've sent me directly. So, hi Matt, today we had an upsell of 6 users at this client in Amsterdam. We built one campaign and now we sold about 10 more. It will be a big proposal. And tonight we received a yes to a new client, a 12,000 euro project, right? This is amazing. These guys were going through the 12-week project and this happened in week 3, okay? This is amazing, okay? So that's Don Schmidt in the Netherlands. Matt, I know it's only been 2 weeks, but something has shifted. I closed 2 deals that I've been working on for a while now. The exercise we did with the messaging helped me get clarity and they signed on the spot. It's worth £8,000 per month for me. That's as Adam King based in the UK. Right, then I got another message from Adam the very next week. I just closed another big client. My concern is now, how will I deliver? So very different problems, but amazing problems to have. Now you've got money. Now you've got time. Now it's like, okay, now I can deal with this. I've got space to breathe. I'm not worried about money. Boom. This is the kind of stuff that I love. This is why I do what I do. Then I got another one from my friend Carrie. I mean, she is amazing. She is the secret weapon of some of the top speakers in the world that helps them generate more sales. And her and I have been working together on her business, and she's also helped me in my business. So she said to me, this is the feedback that she gave. We started working on projects together all over the world, and my business hasn't been the same since. To work with someone of Matt's caliber is like working with the top 10%. I've watched my business and my clients' businesses that Matt has got involved with 4 to 5 times in sales and growth because of his clever ways of looking at business and sales. Pounce, don't hesitate at the chance to work with Matt if you're serious about growing your business and want to see real results. I've worked with a lot of talkers, but Matt and his team, they walk their talk. And if you want to go watch the video testimonial of this, we've got that too, which we'll be posting on our website shortly. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's more to that. So, wow, I met Matt nearly 5 years ago, and I remember the moments I met him that I knew this guy mastered leverage. We started working together, and I just hoped 1% of that leverage strategy would work for me. It was so much more than I expected. My prices nearly 5 times themselves. So now I work with less clients, charge more, and love what I do again. That's pretty powerful. That gets me excited. This is why we do what we do. Then we've got Peter Sage, who is an author, public speaker, and enlightened entrepreneur. Working with Matt, I was able to automate my sales and marketing for my 3-day event, which made over £70,000 in a little under 2 weeks. That was leading up to the event. At the event and after the event, they made another £160,000 in sales just by putting the right system in place. Then there was, there we go. Then there's Kaz from the US. I mean, so you can see there's people from all over the world, right? Kaz has said it's been life-altering. My annualized ROI working with Matt is 1,000%. Within 3 months of completing the system, we closed 10 times the amount we paid for the system. Matt just gets it. He's done this for his own business. He's not one of these guys who's selling you a get-rich-quick scheme. He lives it in his own business. Then another one from South Africa, Kate Emerson. Her goal was to live location free. She wants to travel the world and just make money. She wants to have an entirely automated system so that she can go to Greece and spend time in Greece and work on her masterminds, her book writing calls, and have fun with people and travel the world. So over the past couple of years, we've been working with her and we've helped her create this entire system. Now, she put a lot in. I mean, she invested some money. She invested a hell of a lot of time. But we got it right, and now the only thing she focuses on is how does she put more people into the funnel so that she can generate more business and continue to work from anywhere in the world. Now, there's also a video testimonial from Kate where she is actually filming from Greece talking about how awesome it is to have the whole system automated. So, like I said, you're going to know if this is for you, all right? If you really want this, and if you want to take a look at some options and see if there is a way that we can make this work for your business, click on the link and book a time with me, all right? If you don't have the link there, Wes will just pop it into send a message to Wesley, and he will pop it into the thing. If you need to get in touch with me directly, you can reach me at matt@thevirtualedge.co.za, okay? So if you haven't done that now and you want to go book a session, go and book a session using the link. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I'm going to open it up and see if you guys have any questions that you want to ask. So if you have any questions, just pop it in the chat. And I will answer those for you. If you have any questions whatsoever, just pop them in the chat. And there's me again if you want to see what I look like. So Spencer, you've asked me a question, thoughts around funnels. I mean, what do you mean? Because as part of this, funnels, absolutely, they help. So what Spencer's asked is, thanks for the great talk, Matt. Would you be really interesting to hear your thoughts around funnels? Do they help and would you suggest them? Now, the answer is absolutely, right? So our entire business model and everything that we do with our clients is based around building funnels. But what you need to have in order to have a successful funnel is you need to have the right assets, okay? Now, what are the right assets? Well, you need a lead magnet, number one, okay? And a lead magnet is something that you give of value to collect something of value from a client, right? And that thing of value that you want from a client is their contact details so you can start the communication journey with them. So you need to have a good, strong lead magnet. You need to have landing pages that have the language of your ideal client to actually get them to give you their information and to get them excited about whatever it is that you are putting out there, okay? Whatever it is that you want them to do. So the landing page needs to be very specific to whatever you're offering as well, okay? Then you need to have a place to collect them. So you need a CRM. You need to be able to collect it into a database so that you can start responding to them. So you have an automated messaging system that follows up with people, right? Then once you've got that, you need to be able to communicate with these people. You need to have a set education path that you can take people down, right? How many times, let me ask you this, okay? And I know this because I used to do this day in and day out in the telecoms company. How many times do you repeat yourself? How many times do you say the same thing to people over and over again? How many times do you have to educate people on your product, your service, your pricing, how you work? Okay? If you have a sales funnel, what it does all of that work for you. Okay? And if you get really clever about it, you can either automate the entire thing or you can put in triggers that people can, put their hand up at any given stage to say, I want to talk to a real person, which is awesome. Okay, you can absolutely do that. Now, with regards to getting your funnel up and running, I mean, as I said, you need to have those components, okay? In those components, you need to craft them in a very specific way. We've seen sales funnels that look really crappy, but have the most amazing message and they convert like crazy. We've seen funnels that look beautiful, have a crappy message and get 0 conversions. But here's the thing about this, right? Don't wait to make this thing perfect, okay? What you need to do is get it out there. You can always create on top of that. You can always make it better, right? Rather get it out there. We say, we've got a saying in our business is that progress, not perfection. Get it out there, get it running, and then make adjustments along the way, okay? If you don't know how to do it, or if you want to make it better, get help, right? I got help when I started. Now I'm able to help other people, right? Because we've tested this in multiple markets across the world, right? In multiple different countries with products, ranging from, people who are selling venomous snake bite identification and handling courses to people who are doing life coaching, business coaching, to people who sell garden and home decorations, outdoor garden and home decorations, to lawyers, to financial advisors, to people who sell sound equipment online. You know, we've had guys who sell sound equipment online that we worked with that tripled their monthly revenue in the first month that they worked with us. And we caught up with them the other day and they're still doing double what they were doing last year. You know, so is a sales funnel relevant? Absolutely, right? Does it make you money? Absolutely. You know, we've worked with real estate agents, people who sell timeshare, right? Your sales funnel in this day and age is the most important thing you can have in your business, right? Because if you don't have sales, you don't have money. If you don't have money, you don't have a business. How the hell do you pay people, right? How do you create more? How do you get bigger? How do you help more people? Whatever your reason is for getting into business, if you don't have money to do that, where are you going to be? What are you going to do? Having a sales funnel and automating the sales funnel is one of the best ways to grow and scale without having huge overheads. So I hope that answers your question. And yes, we help people build sales funnels. That is what the automated income system is. Right? And if you want to, right, if you want to find out more, book a chat with me. Right? You've got the meeting link there. Book a chat. Glad you liked it. Absolute pleasure. Are there any other questions? Guys, throw them out here. I mean, I'm here to answer the questions. So you want me to walk you through some of the key features of the automated income system? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to go back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the brochure again, because these are the key features of the automated income system. Okay, so let me pull that up again. Let's do an application window. I want to share that. I'm going to walk you through step by step. All right. So this is one version of it, which is a 12-week version. We've got shorter versions as well, depending on what it is that you want. So step one is you need to understand your strategy, right? You want to understand how the pieces fit together and the structure for the process. You want to get incredibly clear on your ideal target market and do market research, and then the language that will move them to purchase. And then we show you also how to set up and manage the whole process smoothly. Week 2 is you write your power book, week 2 and 3. So the first is we start off with the structure, defining the biggest problems your clients have and building case studies. Week 3 is we bring it all together. So we choose your book template, we choose your book cover, all right? Week 4 is designing your high converting landing pages. So writing the copy for the landing pages. You know, we show you the structure that works, that actually converts. Choose the URLs or the websites and where to put them on your site. And we also show you the difference between marketing pages and website pages, because they're two very different things. And every single person that I speak to tells me whenever we first start talking together, I need to do my website. Okay. No, you don't need to do your website. You need to set up marketing pages specific for your offer. Week 5 is we create the follow-up emails to get into sales conversions or purchase online. You know, which email fits into the sequence and how to write them. Week 6, we create the brochure. So like this brochure that you're looking at right now, we define your product, pricing structure and packages, your unique selling proposition, features and benefits. Week 7 is we put your brochure together to be ready for sales conversations or closing the deals. Week 8 is market research and promotion setup and targeting. So we choose your ideal online platforms to attract your ideal target market and put a plan in place to bring them to you. So how much to spend, the copy to write, and how to engage, right? Week 9 and 10 is the fun stuff where we actually make everything that we've put here and plug it into an automated system so that this thing gets delivered automatically. So here's the part 1 is we book to download. Your next step, call to action. So what do you want them to do after that? After they've downloaded your book, do you want them to jump on a call with you? Do you want them to go to a purchase page where they can buy something? Do you want them to watch a webinar? What do you want them to do after that? You know, and if you're not technical, don't worry. We'll walk you through step by step how to set this up and go live. Or, you know, depending on where you want to join in, we can do that for you, right? Week 10 is your automated income system part 2. So this is advanced automation. So how to re-engage a database, how to, you know, pick the low-hanging fruit, how to deal with warm traffic and existing clients. So what can you do to re-engage them and to get them to buy more? Week 11, we work on your sales call scripts and examples. So actual scripts you can use to adapt to your business and close more sales, right? And then week 12 is reports, analytics, and improvements. Now, as a bonus, we'll show you how you can set up your LinkedIn profile as a sales page. And if you are wanting to use an automated system, if you don't have a CRM and an automated email marketing system, what we'll do is we'll set you up with Infusionsoft. Now, here's the sexy part about this, is that normally there's a $1,499 Kickstarter fee. When you join our program, we will waive that fee, which means you won't have to pay an extra 20,000 Rand just to get going. We will waive that fee for you, All right. So you only pay the monthly license fee, and that just depends on what you need for your business. Anywhere between $99 a month and probably about $379 a month. Okay. Then we also do a technology needs assessment. So, and these are bonuses, right? So we'll take a look at what tools you need to stop wasting time and where technology can replace you. And some of these tools will be free. Some of them are paid for. And the paid for ones are only between like $20 and $50 a month. So it will revolutionize, like the call scheduling tool that I sent you the link for. That's one of the options. So we'll take a look at how those can replace you. And here's the thing, guys, like I'm here to help you grow your business. I'm here to help you take it to that next level. Getting clear on this stuff, those testimonials that I showed you, these guys were only on week 2 and 3 going through the book writing process where they made such big sales, 12,000 euros, 8,000 pounds, plus signing a new client. Okay. So what are the actual elements here, right? Well, one is this brochure, like I've just shown you. So we create a brochure with you exactly like this, right? The next thing is, I've just stopped sharing my screen. I don't know if you can see it. Where we help you to create the title, the subtitle, take a look at what images to use. So we'll show you how to do that, or you can hire my designer to do that for you, right? So these are some of the options. Now, there's also the email follow-up, the automated system, all those 12, those steps that I walked you through, okay? So what are the actual outcomes? What do you get? You get a whole online sales funnel that walks people through from going to a landing page that is specifically targeted, to downloading a book that is specifically targeted, to having a custom journey, right? Depending on who they are and what they're doing, they go on a custom journey of education to nurture and educate them through automated email follow-up, through an automated system, so that when they come out on the other side, they've either bought or they're ready to buy, right? Your marketing landing page is set up, your professional brochure, your package of service and price model clearly defined to allow for quick and easy decisions from clients. A qualification questionnaire so that you only speak to highly qualified prospects. Your automated follow-up and nurture email sequence so that you drive customers to purchase. Your ideal clients and value proposition clearly defined. Your marketing strategy. So now you've got all of this stuff. Now you've got the sales funnel built. How do you get people into it? Okay. And sales scripts and examples that you can use to tailor to your business to actually close more sales. We want people making decisions fast, man. And your process needs to be aligned. I mean, your sales script needs to be aligned to your process so that if your process is there, you can literally talk people through step by step and they're already educated and everything is in alignment. And then we show you how to understand reporting and analytics to drive more sales and what costs and mistakes to avoid. So are there any other questions? And that was a great question, by the way, so thank you for that. Because guys, if you have any more questions, I mean, don't feel like there's a stupid question. The only stupid thing is if you don't ask the question and then you're still left with unanswered, answers that need to be, questions that need to be answered. So if you have questions, put them up now. I'm here to answer them. If you want to talk to me directly, book a time with me. Right? And what we're going to do is that next week, book on the webinar again, because we're going to go into even more detail. We're going to break down piece by piece. All right. But like I said, I mean, if you know that this is for you, and you know that there is something here and you want to build an online sales funnel, you want to take your business to the next level, you want to reach an international audience, book a time, I'm not charging you for the time. In fact, you'll probably get more out of that 15 minutes than what you would do speaking to a lot of other people out there or watching other videos.